Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I'm waiting just for a couple of people to come into the room. Good morning, good morning. Let me know you're in here, where you're from. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning. Y'all, we got a lot to be thankful for. We got a lot to be thankful for. So I'm going to wait a couple of minutes, let some people come into the room. And when you get in the room, let me know that you're here. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're from and let me know you're here this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So we're just going to give a few minutes for everybody to come into the room this morning. Good morning. It is so good to see you here. So good to see you here this morning. I'm going to wait just a couple of minutes, let some other people come into the room. If you're here, let me know you're here. Let me know you're here. Good morning. Good morning. It is Monday morning. Monday motivation, you guys. Good morning. Good morning, Kathy. How are you this morning? Good morning. I am tuning in from a couple of places this morning. So I think I have you on LinkedIn. Good morning. If you are listening to me on LinkedIn, good morning. Good morning if you're listening to me on Instagram. Good morning if you are listening to me on Facebook. I do appreciate you being here this morning. From my She group, good morning, ladies. Good morning. It's good to see you guys this morning too. So thank you all for being here this morning. I know that sometimes it's a stretch for you guys to be in the room, but you all are here anyway, and I really appreciate that this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I know that I sound like a broken record, you guys, but it's just so impressed on me to empower you guys in this season to know who you are. There's so many different things that happen in our lives. And I was going to talk again about laying things to rest this week, but then, my mind and everything took a different turn yesterday. And I am still dealing with people who don't know who they are. And this morning, first, we always start out with our affirmations. So if you are somewhere where you can speak and where you can say something, just repeat after me, because we are going to start changing our way of thinking, changing our way of speaking. So if I sound like a broken record and I'm saying this every week, it's because it is so detrimental that we change our thoughts, change our speech, change our way of thinking, change the what we do, because we are somebody. We are king's kids. We are somebody. So again, I think I made this scenario one day the other week. What my mom, she used to always tell us, she was like, walk up, put your head up high, walk like you're going somewhere, talk like you're going somewhere, act like you're going somewhere, like you are somebody. Don't act like you are don't belong to anybody. And she used to tell us that all the time. And I'm thinking, why do you tell us this? Why? What in the world are you talking about? Like, walk like we're going somewhere. So she used to always, if you slumping down, she used to pick yourself up. Don't be walking like that. Walk like you're going somewhere. Talk like you're going somewhere. Don't talk with empty words. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Stop acting like you have no hope when you do. If you find the hope, you have it. But a lot of people mope around. They got their heads down. They speak death. They speak life. They speak death. They look like death. They talk death. Everything about them says death. But how many of you know that every day that you wake up, that you have hope, that there's something that can change every single day? And sometimes it takes you stepping out and changing it. Sometimes it takes you. Sometimes if you really look at what's going on, and if you look at the problem lies in how you think and how you believe. And what you believe about yourself, most of the time, that's what you become. So I want you to repeat after me this today. I'm not going to do a whole bunch of them, but today I just feel like that there's a couple that I need to bring out. I was talking to a young lady, and she said that I feel like that I'm just a procrastinator, that I just don't get things done. There's stuff in front of me, and I've been there and done that as well. There's stuff in front of me that I know that I need to do, but I just procrastinate and everything like that. So for procrastination, you want to say, I am prepared. I am not a procrastinator. I will finish everything that I start today. So if that's you, I finish everything that I started. I am prepared. I am not a procrastinator. I will be prepared for everything that comes to me. I'm going to go down through just a couple of these. I am successful. These are the ones that I tell myself. I am successful. I am beautiful. I am motivated. I am worthy. I have positive relationships. I am not a failure. I am worth true love. I love myself. I am a millionaire. My daughter and my son are blessed. I am strong. I am courageous. I have no fear. So how many know that fear debilitates you and it keeps you from doing things that you would normally do? Fear can control you so bad that you will not do things that you know that you're destined and predestined to do. And it will debilitate you and cause you to walk in fear every day of your life, and cause you to walk in things that you should not be walking in. How many of you know that? The Lord protects me. I am victorious. I have the victory. The Lord is ordering my steps. I am wealthy. I am creating generational wealth for my family. That's one that's very important to me. I can do and be anything. I am worthy to have a seat at the table. I will flourish in my businesses and in life. I am prepared. I am walking through every door God has for me. I will not miss any more opportunities. I will reach my goals and walk in my purpose. I have ministry inside of me that is being unleashed. I will minister to and speak to nations. I am a best-selling author. I am a Proverbs 31 woman. All of my bills are paid. I owe no one. I am the lender and not the borrower. I'm responsible with my money and finances. That's just a couple of them that I say. And the more you say and the more you speak life, the more that life begins to unleash itself. And the world just starts to unleash itself. So it was and I know I sound like I'm saying this all the time, but it's so very, very, very important that you change your thoughts, change your speech, because you are a king's child. You don't speak that way. You don't speak. There was something, a debate. I know that everybody knows about it. I'm not going to even say the names or everything like that, but me and my siblings were talking about it, and talking about the debate about what you speak to your children. And we all know, we heard this come out not too long ago about a man who was speaking, different things to his child and saying things to his child that was not right. I don't know whether the child provoked him to say those things or whatever happened. But how many of you know that your speech could change the very heart of someone? The scripture says, do good to them that out of spite misuse you. Pray for those who misuse you. So when you are loving your enemy and when you are speaking well of them, I've been in situations before where the person is going off on me, and I'll smile and I said, I love you. You have a good day. And your very words can change the atmosphere of what that situation had began to be. It might have started out hostile, but it ended up, because you spoke life to that situation, because you changed that situation around, because you changed that conversation around, and you started speaking something else. The conversation and everything, the words that you speak can soften the heart of the biggest beast. Or if you start going back at them with the same amount of energy, fire with fire it never works. Fighting fire with fire never ever works. So we have to start changing the way we see things and changing what we believe. So because what you believe is what you will start to do. If you believe you're nothing, you're going to start to act as if you're nothing. If you believe you're not going anywhere, you're going to act as if you're not going anywhere. So I encourage you this morning. To change your thoughts and change your today. And I'm not going to say it happens overnight. It really doesn't. But the more you speak it, the more you do, it becomes natural. It just becomes second nature. If the environment at your job or wherever is not a good one, you go in there and you create the atmosphere. You create the atmosphere of what you want, and you make it be what you want. Don't start your day out being negative. That means your whole day is going to start to be negative. Start your day out with positivity. Start your day out with prayer. Start your day out with meditation and supplication. Start your day out good, and it'll end good, no matter what's going on around you. I don't care if chaos is going everywhere. It's going all around you. You don't let that keep you down. You speak life to the situation. And once you speak life, life will come back to you. I'm going to say that again. When you speak life, life comes back to you. So whatever you put out there is what you're going to get. You want somebody you want your child to act right or something to act right, but then you're always speaking negative, then you're going to get negative out of that child. If you're always speaking negative to your husband, to your coworkers, to yourself, that's what you're going to get out of those people. So a lot of people, and especially leaders, and you got to watch it when you are a type of person that's a leader, because everybody follows you. And I remember there was, I was working in Atlanta, and there was a doctor. He was the head. Really, he wasn't the head doctor. He just was that one that was a leader and had influence. So if he came in joyful and woo, everybody else was like that. But if he came in grouchy and all of that, everybody else was grouchy. And I remember sometimes I don't catch myself, and sometimes whatever comes up here, it goes right out of here. I got it honest, y'all. So one day he came in and he was just so grouchy and stuff. I told him, don't you understand that when you come into this office and you are a certain way, this whole office acts the same way that you do? And he was like, what are you talking about? And I said, this whole office acts the way, whatever way that you come into this building every day, that's the way this whole office works the whole day. I said, if you hadn't noticed it, come in and notice how your presence changes the whole atmosphere of this place. And he started to do that. He was like, all right. You know, he was kind of haughty. So he's like, all right, I'll do that. So he comes in the next day and he's bringing everybody coffee. He's smiling and everything. And everybody smiles and laughs on with him. There was nurses that didn't even work with him. And I was one of his nurses. And there was nurses that didn't even work with him that would come and just hang around. Because he was the leader. He was not the head doctor, but he was the leader of the group. You got to watch it when you're a leader. The whole atmosphere changes with you. So whatever you bring to the table is what everybody else is going to start adapting to. So I urge you, if you want to change your situation, if you want to change in the place that you're in, change the way that you speak. Change the way that you believe. Change the way that and I'm not telling you it's happening overnight. You're going to have to do this every day. And then it's going to start becoming just who you are. We got to stop accepting everything. We got to stop accepting what people say. And it's not wrong to cut people off that is not speaking the right things, that are not doing the right things around you. And not to say you don't love them or that you don't care about them or anything else, but you just have to limit your time limit your time and limit their time in your space. You allow whatever goes on in your space. You set the pace for whatever goes on in your space. So you have to make sure that you're not allowing everything to just come into your space. I'm sorry, I don't just allow everything in my space. You can't come in here and interrupt my peace. You can't come in and just interrupt my joy. You can't come in and just steal from me. When you take my joy away from me, and when you make me feel a certain way, that means you're stealing from me. And either I can allow you to steal, or I can just ask you politely to get out of my space. And you don't even have to sometimes say, get out of my space. No, you don't have to do that. But start limiting your time. Pull away little by little. You got to pull away. Because you cannot allow anybody to interrupt your peace. God gave you that peace. God gave you the peace that surpasses all understanding. Don't allow nobody to steal it. Don't allow nobody to steal your joy. Don't allow nobody to steal what God has given you. Don't let nobody come in and steal your identity. Sometimes some of you are speaking too much. Some of y'all are talking too much. There's things that God has given you that he's not asking you to tell everybody or put it out to everybody. He gave you that idea. He gave you that business idea. He gave you that idea to start a blog, or he gave you that idea. Stop giving it away to everybody. Don't allow people to steal what God has given you. Everything don't need to be said. Everything doesn't need to be put out. But if God gave you that idea, that means he wants you to capitalize on it, and he's going to give you increase on that. Or it's something that he wants you to do with that thing. So start seeking him to see, God, what do you want me to do with this? Everything just don't need to be said. Don't allow the devil to steal anything, and don't allow people to steal from you. That's something that I have to have. It's my peace, my joy, my smile, my genuine smile. That's the things that I have to have. And you cannot ever steal it from me. I'm not going to allow it. There's a time in my life where I would allow everything to come in my space, everything to kill the joy that I have, everything to kill everything that I had. But you can't allow it anymore. In this season, you got to hold on to everything that God gave you, especially your sanity, especially your peace, because we're living in a time where the peace is just it's hard to come by. Joy is hard to come by because we're losing so much. We have so much uncertainty, so you cannot allow anybody to come in and snatch what God has given you. In this season, that's the one thing that I thank God for, is that he gave me peace in the midst of the storm, y'all. Everything have not gone right. Everything haven't gone the way I wanted it to, but he's giving me peace anyway. And that's where we got to get to. We got to have peace, even though the storm is coming, the storm is raging, and everything. We got to rest in God. We got to rest in him because he's taking care of everything. He knows everything. You don't know. Honestly, y'all, I don't know nothing without God. It's things that he has given me in this season. There is things that he has allowed me to have in this season. That a season where I thought that there was going to be a drought, God gave increase. But we got to rest, and we got to know that he is the author and the finisher of our faith, and he is orchestrating it all. So this morning, I think the main thing I want you to know is don't let nobody steal what you have. If there's if there's people in your life, if there's things in your life that's causing you heartache and pain, get rid of it. And I'm not saying go in and just say, I don't want to deal with you. Ask God how to deal with this situation and how to remove that thing from your life. Some of the stuff you have been dependent on for so long. Some of it you've been dependent on your whole entire life. But God said, now it's time to depend on me. Now it's time to lean on me. If it's not causing you any happiness or joy, and it's stealing joy from you, and it's stealing your peace and stealing everything from you, get rid of it. You don't need it. You don't need it. And let God fill that void or fill that space with something that brings you joy. Some of us need to get back to ourselves. Some of us don't even know who we are. We have been walking in other people's shadow for so long. We have been doing what other people wanted us to do for so long. We've been putting up a facade and putting up this smile when we know it ain't true for so long that we don't even know who we are. We don't even know. If somebody actually asks you who you were, you cannot answer them. You'll be saying a mom, a wife, a this, a that. Some of us have lost ourselves, and we got to get back to ourselves. Get back to who God really truly made us to be, and stop allowing people to tell us who we are. Only God can really tell you who you are. Because we've been gone so long that we've lost ourselves, that we don't know who we are. So we're going to have to let God redefine us. I'm writing a book, and it's called Totally Affirmed. And it's about rewriting your story. Rewriting your story. For so long, we have let people write the story for us. We have let our past define who we are and write our lives for us. We have allowed situations to write our lives, when God only intended for that situation to just be a situation. He didn't want it to define you. It was just a situation that we should have been learning from, or that we should have been growing from. It was only a situation. It wasn't supposed to define our whole lives. I know that person hurt you, but you stuck right back there where that person hurt you. That wasn't supposed to define your life, baby. It was supposed to give you to do something else. You were supposed to heal from that and go on. A lot of things in our lives, we are stuck back in the place where that thing happened. And it's time for healing. Let it go. It's time to go further. It's time to reach perfection. It's time to stop having excuses. And it's time to let it go. It's time to rewrite your story. It's time to redefine who you truly are. And this book is going to go a step by step of how you redefine yourself, how you start to speak life to yourself. What areas in your life do you really need to speak to, and what areas are you just totally affirmed? So the book is called Totally Affirmed. It should be coming out by the end of the year. It'll be done by March 27th, my birthday. However, with all the process and everything that has to go through, it should be out by the end of the year. But it's called Totally Affirmed. How you're going to rewrite your story, change your mind, change your thoughts, change who you thought that you were because of that situation that happened, and start to live again. And start to say, God, I don't want to be this way. I don't want to define myself as this. I want to redefine myself, rewrite my story, and start living as the person of the whole person of God that you have made me to be. So I want every one of you all to every day get up in the morning. And I say this all the time, get up in the morning and don't start flipping through your phone. Don't turn on the TV or turn on this or turn on that. Meditate on God. Change your thoughts that morning. If you have to speak to sometimes I have to speak to myself and say, Meredith, Meredith, you are not supposed to be thinking this way. Meredith, that is not who you are. I know that's what they said. But Meredith, that's not who you are. And even if some of the things that's said about you is true, say, okay, this is true. But you know what? It's not going to be true about me no time soon. I'm changing this. I'm changing my way of thinking and what I do. There's certain things in your life that you got to change. So let's just do it. Let's just start to do the work and do it. And there's some things in your life that's who you are, and that's who God made you to be for a purpose. And that thing you leave alone. And people can say what they want to say about it. I told one of my friends the other day, she said, I think I'm just too aggressive. Sometimes I think I'm too. I said, that's because God made you that way. He made you aggressive because he needs you to do some things that won't nobody else do because they're too timid to do so. But he made you aggressive so you can get in there and get it done and get it over with. Some things that God has given you and some things God has put on you, you don't need to change. Just because you're aggressive, just like I told her, just like you're aggressive because that's what God wants you to be. He wants you to be that one that goes and she's the type of person, she don't care about the situation or whatever. She's going to speak that life to you and she's going to get in there, get it done and get out of there. God needs those type of people. But then he also needs those ones that's smooth and very sweet and to the point, and that's going to get the point across, and they're going to smooth it over, and they're going to love on you. And we need all of you. If God wanted all of us to be the same, he would have made us the same. There's some things about you and your character that God had made you that way for a purpose. So don't let it go. But you know what? The things that we need to change, we are about to rewrite our stories. We are about to redefine who we are. We are going to redefine who God has made us to be. And we're going to start walking in our purpose. You will be successful. You will have everything you need. Your bills are paid. You owe nobody. You are the lender and not the borrower. You are above and never beneath. You are worthy to have a seat at that table. You are everything and more. You have peace. You don't have that anxiety. You have joy. You have a purpose. God has a plan for you. You will be that author that you want to be. You will be that teacher. You will be that preacher. You will be who you want to be. You will go back to school. You will pass. You will get your degree. You will flourish in everything that you do. Everything that you set your hand to do, you will flourish. You will not fall. Everything that you want to do, I want this is a homework assignment for you guys. Take a piece of paper and everything that you ever wanted to do or everything that you want in your life. I don't care how old you are. I've had people say, well, I'm too old. No, you're not. Everything that you want, everything that you've ever wanted, write that down. Write it down on a piece of paper, and I want you to fold it up. You already know what's on it because these are your ambitions and your drive and your goals. I want you to fold it up and put it in. I always put mine in a box. That way I can go back over it when I need to. But I put mine in this box that I have. And I want you every day to speak life over everything that you want. Speak life over it. And what I mean by speaking life is saying, like, I want to go to college. I want to do these. I will. Not I want to or I wish I could. No, I am. I am beautiful. I am successful. I will make it to the top 100 of whatever. So I want you to write these things down, and I want you every day to say that that's who you are. I am that doctor. I am that nurse. I am this. I am that. You are going to speak it every single day, maybe multiple times a day. I put mine up in the bathroom on my wall, and that's another thing this book is going to have. It's going to have an outline of how you put your affirmations out and how you write them and how you put them up. So it's going to all be in there. From beginning to the end. And I put mine up on my mirror. So, you go to the restroom, I don't know, multiple times a day. And then when I'm primping my hair, whatever, I go multiple times a day. So I'm always seeing my dreams and my goals and my aspirations in front of me. That way I'll never forget them. That way I'll never stop speaking them. That way I'll never give up on them. And it keeps it in the forefront of my mind. So put it somewhere. I like to write mine. I wrote mine and put it in the box, and I speak life over it every day. And I also put it on my mirror in the bathroom, and I speak it multiple times a day. And those things are coming to fruition. And also, don't just sit there. If you want to be a doctor, you got to go to college, right? So there's some things that you have to do with them in order to make them come to pass, right? So you got to go and enroll in school, right? You got to do your research on what's the best school for a pediatrician or this or that. You have to do your prerequisites, right? So yeah. So then once you make a step, got to make up the other part. The increase will be added. You just keep speaking this every day. And you keep putting your faith to action. You keep putting those things into action and watch God bring it all to pass. So you can't just sit there and say, God, I want to be a doctor. And you just sit there and you never go to college. You can't be a doctor not going to college, right? So there's some things that we have to put our faith to action. We have to move on them, right? So once you move, the other part will be added, right? Don't worry about the rest of it. You just get moving. You get moving in the right direction. If you want to be, I had a young lady, I really want to be married. Okay, well, are you a wife? Let's start moving in directions to be a wife. Let's read what do we have to do to be a wife? What do I have to do? I want to be a finance somebody. What do I have to do to move in the direction to be a finance counselor? First of all, I got to get my finances right, right? So we got to move in those directions, okay? So not only do you speak it, but we're going to start putting things into action. We're going to stop being lazy. We're going to start putting things into action, right? So we're going to put these things into action. If you want me to help define what you need to do in order to make it to the steps that you need to make, reach out. I'm here. I'll do it. I'll help you do the right. So that's all I had to say today to you guys. It's so good to see you. Thank you so very much for your support and your help, and for reaching out to me when I need you most. I have so many of you that are just such good friends. I love you all, and just such good people that reach out to me and want to love on me. And I really appreciate that. Anything that you do for your prayers, everything, I really appreciate it. I don't take it lightly, because you don't have to think about me at all, but you do. So I love you. If you need anything, that's my line. If you need anything, let me know. I am here for you. I'm here to pray. I'm here to, help you to affirm yourselves, help you to redefine who you are, rewrite your story, help you to get in the places that you need to be, to make sure that we secure the bag and secure everything that we need to secure in this season, because God is saying, I need you to step out. I'm trying to help you, and I'm trying to bless you, but you won't step out. You scared. You letting fear control you. Because sometimes I think we're fearful that if we step out, we won't land on anything. But honey, step out. You'll land on something. The increase is there. You just need to step in it. You just need to step on out. It's there. You are who you say that you are. You are that doctor. You are that person. I just need you to step out. So if anybody needs me to help in any way, I am so willing. I want to put this out here to everybody that's in the Bowling Green area. Next Friday, I am doing a Give Back Friday. Me and my daughter started this, but it just, and we have continued it. We had first started out bringing people in with us, but then some people could and some people couldn't, and I understand that. I totally understand, but I'm going to start bringing my friends back in with me again. If you want to, and even if you're not in this area, give back in your area. Give back, and I choose like one Friday a month for right now, until I get to where I can do more. But one Friday a month, I go and I just pass out food or whatever I can do. Most of the time I'm cooking and I pass out food, because y'all know I love to cook. So I'll do like some type of gourmet meal or some type of meal where I can hand it out to people. And there's a couple of places here in Bowling Green. If anybody wants to help in Bowling Green, let me know. Just inbox me and let me know that you want to help. And what I would have you to do is just add something to the meal, like this. I'm doing baked spaghetti and some other things Friday. So then you can add something to the meal, or whatever you want to do. Or if you want to be the one who transports and I make it and you transport, whatever you want to do, anything would help. We're just going to start to hand out food. And normally we start around lunchtime, noon or 1 o'clock. And we're just until everything is gone. So if anybody wants to help, let me know. Give Back Friday is next Friday. Okay. You all have a wonderful day. And another thing, the positive vibes challenge was a success. I just wanted to see more than just all this hollering and bickering and bad stuff and subliminal messages to people that you should be talking to all over the feeds. And I just wanted to push out love and joy and peace on our feeds. So that was a success, and I thank you guys for that. Again, if you need anything, just let me know. I love you guys. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay. Love you. Bye-bye.